I don't know what in the 2016 is happening right now, and I can't believe I'm even saying this, but Jeffree Star, Nikkie Tutorials, and James Charles are fighting, and it's all because of a Louis Vuitton makeup launch. It's a mess, so let's get into it. Last month, Louis Vuitton released a makeup collection, and it has everyone talking for all the wrong reasons. When it was announced that they were releasing makeup this year, I think everyone knew it was going to be expensive. Louis Vuitton is a luxury brand, they're going to have luxury prices, but I don't think anyone was anticipating just how expensive and overpriced the line would be. They worked with Pat McGrath as the creative director, and Pat McGrath stuff is already expensive, so a high price tag was to be expected. But like I said, not this high. They released a lipstick, which is selling for $160, a lip balm also going for $160, and an eyeshadow palette for $250. You're getting 4 little tiny pans for $250. It's absolutely insane, but like with anything luxury, you're paying for the packaging, you're paying for the name. They're also selling refills, which are considerably less expensive. The eyeshadow refill is $92 and the lipstick refill is $69. Obviously stupidly expensive, and it has a lot of people wondering who exactly this line is catering to. Someone on Reddit wrote, "It's luxury, so I get it kinda with the prices." What I don't really understand is who the target market is here. Sure, you'll have a million influencer, I tried a $160 lipstick reels, but anyone that loves makeup already has a favorite brand that is likely $130 less for a lipstick and $150 less at least for a palette. Unless they are making something that makes Natasha Denona or MAC look like the dollar store, and honestly, even the dollar store has some good shit if you know what to look for, I don't really understand the point. And that's what I'm wondering too. Yes, the influencers that weren't sent PR have and will continue to purchase the line to review and get the shock factor views.
Am I upset that Louis Vuitton did not send me their collaboration with Pat McGrath? Maybe a little bit, but one thing that I will not live with is FOMO. I bought the lipsticks and I bought the eye palette. This is what $949 will get you from the brand.
But what happens when the shock factor wears off and those reviews become old news? What happens when the collectors have already made their purchases for their collections? Who exactly is the target audience here, and how will the sales they do receive from that 1% be sustainable enough to continue producing this line? Speaking of influencers, them reviewing this line has caused so much drama in the beauty community. It's completely brought everyone back to the good old days where drama was actually fun and lighthearted and simply about the makeup. It seemed like every influencer going received this line in PR from Louis Vuitton. TikTok and YouTube are filled with reviews, and the ones that were a little bit too positive received a lot of backlash. Glamzilla is one influencer that received the makeup in PR, and she gave it a glowing review.
I just got a delivery from Louis Vuitton. If you're in the beauty community, you know exactly what this is. Oh, there's no shade name at the bottom. Oh my God, that's bougie. Look, there's literally no shade name at the bottom. That's how luxurious this is. There are 55 shades. There are 2 finishes, a satin finish and a matte finish. I'm sorry, friend. I cannot swatch this. I cannot.
And a lot of people felt like you could tell by her reaction that she wasn't actually loving it, but since she got it in PR and since it's a luxury brand, she still gave it a good review. We had comments like, "You are trying so hard to like it. Please do not turn into Michaela. Girl, you are overreacting." And people were also calling her out for saying that the fact that the lipsticks had no shade name on them was somehow considered luxurious. One person wrote, "Pretty sure if it wasn't Louis Vuitton, they'd hate that there's no shade name and probably dislike the product." Now, the comment about not turning into Michaela is actually kind of ironic in this situation because Michaela called out the prices and talked about how ridiculously overpriced the line is.
There's about a 100% chance I'm about to be kicked off this PI list. But I don't give a shit. They don't care about me, and I'm not spending $160 on a lipstick. Louis Vuitton sent me their brand new beauty line, and everyone is losing their minds over this drop, except for me. There is no lipstick in the world worth $160. There just isn't. I don't care who made it. I don't care what's in it. I don't give a shit. One thing for the lipsticks to be $160, why is a lip balm $160? What is a lip balm? I don't even think about it like this. Hermes, one of the most luxurious fashion houses in the world, has the most expensive handbags you can buy. Their lipsticks are not even close to the price of these. Like, and this one really sends me. The $250 eyeshadow quad. Chanel eyeshadow quads are $72. And this is $250 because you're paying for the packaging and the name.
I feel like most reviews I did see all pretty much said the same thing. The makeup is good, but not $250 good. If you're buying this, you're buying it because you're a Louis Vuitton collector and not because the makeup is like the best thing ever. But the one review that caused the most drama came from none other than Jeffree Star.
This truly feels like Christmas. I have been waiting for Louis Vuitton to make makeup for so long.
Now, if you guys have been following Jeffree Star for a while, you will know he loves Louis Vuitton. He's a collector. They've made him customize prints, so I had a feeling he was going to like their makeup, or at the very least, he was going to review it and then put it in his collection. And he did give it a good review. He justified the price by saying that it's luxury and it just isn't for everyone.
Now, I know a lot of you have been scoffing at the price point. Baby, this is luxury. This is an experience. This is Louis Vuitton. And it's not for everybody.
He first tried out the lipsticks and said the packaging was expensive and it felt heavy, and said the lipsticks had an immediate color payoff.
It is heavy. I love that they said, Hermes, sit down with your little $81 lipstick. We are going to have the most expensive lipstick. That immediate rich payoff. Thank you, Jesus. A little bit came off, but it looks flawless.
He also tested out the eyeshadow palette, and in his opinion, he felt like they had a lot of pigment to them.
Oh! There's payoff immediately. A lot. Blending into the other color effortlessly.
And the comments under this video went crazy. People were calling Jeffree out over his review and approval of the line, accusing him of dipping into the palette multiple times trying to make it look more pigmented, and questioning the trust that they now had in his reviews. We had comments like, I don't know about this one. I usually trust Jeffree, but this seems a little off. Why? Jeffree, where is your honesty? One swipe pigment after swiping over and over. Takes a lot of time to build trust and so little to lose it. And Jeffree responded and he said, you're mad because I like something that someone else didn't? Get a life. And the person who didn't like it that he's talking about is Nikkie Tutorials. Nikkie posted a video both on TikTok and YouTube reviewing the line, and she completely trashed it. She opened her review by disclosing that she didn't receive the line in PR and instead bought it with her own money. And she even had a conspiracy that she didn't receive it because she had some drama with Pat McGrath a few years ago.
I saw the PR packages. Where's yours? Well, when I saw that Pat McGrath is the creative director, I now suddenly understand why my PR package was imaginary.
Someone was very rude to me in my face once, and then I decided to unstand. Goodbye.
I did not get PR. I did, however, get PTSD from these prices. My invoice was $1,140.
But she still bought it to do a review, and spoiler alert, she was not a fan. She said the eyeshadow had absolutely no pigment, especially for the price.
Let's start building some definition on the inner... Hello? For $250? Not even pigment was included? I tried another palette from the launch for my tube channel, and that, although boring, at least had pigment. I am appalled at how much I have to work this in for some sort of color. Shocking. Okay, picking up that darker shade. They shouldn't have called this Louis Vuitton beauty. They should have called this a whisper of beauty, a whisper of pigment.
And after Nikkie gave the line a bad review, people started looking back at Jeffree's review and side-eyeing it. All the comments under Nikkie's video were about Jeffree and other influencers who approved the line, writing, Jeffree approved these. Now I know we should only trust Nikkie. Finally, an honest review by someone not begging to stay in their PR list. So funny how Jeffree just lied through his teeth his entire review. Must be sponsored. And the comments started spilling over onto Jeffree's review, which led to him posting a response video. He said he respects Nikkie, but called her out for using the least pigmented palette on her TikTok to get shock factor views, whereas the one that she reviewed on her YouTube worked out much better for her.
For $250?
Oh.
Not even pigment was included? I tried another palette from the launch for my tube channel, and that, although boring, at least had.
Yes, Nikkie Tutorials and James Charles reviewed the makeup. They bought it themselves. They were not on the PR list. So is it giving Bitter Betty, or why am I involved? I actually respect Nikkie Tutorials, but if you hear her in the intro, she said that she reviewed a different Louis palette for her YouTube channel, and that one was totally fine with pigment. Even though it was boring according to her, it had pigment. So she chose to use the lightest color story for TikTok, and now everyone's coming at me like I'm a liar.
I mean, the pigment is most definitely there, but there's drugstore palettes that have this pigment. Come on.
He also addressed some of the comments he was getting, like his brush being preloaded, Louis Vuitton sending more pigmented palettes to influencers, and so on.
I was seeing a lot of things that, oh, Jeffree, you just wanted to be on the PR list for Louis, so you lied for them. I'm the dumbass that bought a $150,000 pool table from Louis Vuitton. You think I care about a free lipstick? Preloaded my ass. That is the funniest thing I've ever heard. Because Nikkie Tutorials had her own opinion, I can't have mine. I'm accused of preloading my brush before applying the makeup.
He then tried the palette again to show that he felt like his had a lot of pigment.
And let's not cut the video. Oh no, oh my God, it has pigment.
He even threw a little bit of shade towards Nikkie Tutorials and said maybe she's biased because of her drama with Pat McGrath and not getting PR.
So just so you know why I'm angry, you guys, I don't feel the need to prove myself. I'm being harassed every second on my video. Why don't you guys go click my Louis Vuitton video and click newest comments? Everything is so gross. So if you're gonna come at me because James and Nikkie didn't like it and I did, who are you? Are you okay? Aw, because I'm on the PR list and they weren't? Sounds like they're bitter and jealous. Nikkie Tutorials literally says, Pat McGrath doesn't like me. Oh, okay, well, what'd you do to her? Maybe she just doesn't like your content. Who cares? Sorry that your idol doesn't like you, but that has nothing to do with me. And then all of a sudden, the makeup gets a bad review. Right, Fleety, right. It's giving tomfoolery.
He even called out James Charles. Hearing Jeffree say James's name in 2025 felt like a jump scare to me, but he had something to say about people praising James's review.
I woke up to all these comments. Well, Nikkie and James used it and it didn't, and they didn't have the same experience as you. We're still listening to what James Charles has to say, someone that admitted to texting minors and then deleted the apology video. You guys are believing someone that likes children. I think we have a bigger issue at hand.
James also didn't receive the line in PR. He went to New York and bought it himself in person, and he gave it a pretty negative review.
A cool tone brown shade here in the bottom. We're gonna put this in the outer corner. Oh, okay. There's some pigment to that. I say that as if we should be like celebrating. Oh my God. I will say that did blend out really nicely. This is $23 a color and you get barely any payoff. No! Forget painted. There's drugstore palettes that are even less than my brand that do more than this. It's just not worth it in any way, shape, or form. It doesn't even look that good. Like, ugh.
So a lot of people were like, oh my God, James and Nikkie bought it with their own money. Maybe influencers on the PR list get more pigment. Maybe Jeffree and Glamzilla are biased. And Jeffree had something to say about that.
Trying to insinuate that Louis Vuitton sent out PR kits with more pigmented makeup and then the stores got less pigmented is so dumb. Are y'all serious?
Jeffree did end up going out and reordering the rest of the collection with his own money and doing an unboxing on his TikTok before all this drama kicked off.
Do you think that the makeup I bought myself from Louis Vuitton will be just as good as the free stuff?
Even though I was on the PR list and reviewed it, oh baby, I'm a fan of this brand.
For some reason, a lot of people were upset that I was so excited about Louis Vuitton's launch. Baby, remember when I told you I was a super fan? Hi, I am.
Glamzilla also responded to all the drama going on between Jeffree, Nikkie, James, and Louis Vuitton, and she had something to say about it as well.
I want smoke with none of y'all, but oh my gosh, I'm so passionate about this because whenever the beauty community is so passionate about beauty, like this, like when and drama starts to happen, Nikkie Tutorials' mother launched a video talking about Louis Vuitton, okay? Negative review. Everyone loves and respects her. Okay, that's her opinion. That's mother. But then James Charles drops a video as well. And by the way, painted sponges are now coming back in stock, okay? But here's the gag, okay? Because of those two iconic influencers dropping those videos, everyone came to Jeffree Star's page and started saying, you're lying. You want to be on the PR list. And Jeffree Star's like, I know you don't, but I love him. I don't care. So these people, it's happening.
So clearly there's a lot of opinions, and I'm sure Louis Vuitton is loving the drama. Now you're going to have smaller influencers running out to buy and review the line to test out who's lying and who's telling the truth. This whole situation is giving me flashbacks to the early beauty guru days, and honestly, It's nice to finally have some drama that doesn't involve something extremely serious. At the end of the day, it's just makeup, it's your money, everyone has their own opinion on it, but I want to know whose opinion you're trusting the most in this situation. Anyways guys, let me know what you think about everything down below, and I'll see you next time.